All right. If you have questions for Clay, please raise your hand. And Anik, please start us off. Yeah, sorry.
Clay, Anik Subramanian, Fightbook MMA. You landed over 150 strikes on your last opponent, and he still didn't go down. How tough was he compared to other opponents?
Man, I think everybody in this game's pretty tough at this point. The kid's got a warrior spirit, that's for sure. He was very defensive, so even though I was landing a lot of shots, some of them weren't as clean as I would have hoped. But yeah, shout out that Japanese kid, man. He's tough as nails.
Gotcha. And one more from me. A lot more MMA fighters are starting to cross over to boxing today. Some of them have fought PFL's own Jake Paul, who's making a quick rise in the sport. I don't know if anyone has done as well as you have in both sports. Who would be in your dream opponent in boxing, and who would be your dream opponent in MMA?
My dream opponent, man. Well, I'd love to beat up McGregor. I think that would be awesome. I think I could do that pretty easily, honestly, especially nowadays. As far as boxing goes, man, they brought over that Ollie Walsh kid. You know what I'm saying? He's Muhammad Ali's grandson, so I'd like to fight him in either MMA or boxing. Let's get it.
His first pro match.
Yeah, welcome him to the big leagues. You know.
Love it. Thank you, Clay.
Nobody.
Oh, Gavin.
Hi, Clay. You're yet to get a finish in the PFL. With the standings being so close, are you worried that 2 decision wins won't get you the playoffs?
Man, we're just worried about the win. Well, I'm definitely going to be trying for the finish. I think this is a guy I can definitely put away. So I'm going to go in there and fight. Whatever happens, happens. I believe I'm going to do enough to make it to the playoffs.
Okay, thanks for your time. Good luck.
Patrick.
Hey, Clay, this is Penryn Corey from Combat Sports K. So with Stevie Ray dropping his first fight, do you anticipate maybe a more aggressive Stevie Ray, looking for his takedowns early?
I honestly think he's going to try to stand with me a little bit at first until I start beating him up. And then he's going to try to take me down. But, I'm just going to go with the flow. That's how you got to fight. You can't really predict or prepare for anything. You just got to go in there and, just let the fight play out how it's going to play out. So I'm prepared for either him trying to wrestle or him trying to strike with me, and we're ready to go get the win.
And with the playoffs right around the corner, is there any opponent you would love to get matched up with? Obviously, I know you want the Shane Burgos matchup. You were hoping to get that for this week, but any others on your mind?
I think me and Burgos would be an exciting fight. I'd love to avenge my so-called loss to Raush Manfio. That one's been eating at me for a few years because I thought I did enough to win. So it'd be nice to get that one back.
Great, man. Looking forward to it.
Jonathan
Rumlicon, 5 Region Sports. Clay, given you get the win this Friday and you make the playoffs, how do you feel your experience factor, having a couple times making it to the PFL playoffs, will give you an edge going into this year?
I mean, I feel like everybody's prepared. I'd like to hope it would give me an edge, but I mean, I feel like everybody's going to be tough, and everybody's going to be a tough opponent to beat. So it's just doing what I need to do leading up to then, and just getting in there and getting it done.
Awesome. Thanks, my man. Good luck this fight.
All right. Anybody else have questions for Clay before we let him go?
Training's going great. Yeah, man, I trained so hard. I trained out of my toenail, man. My toenail busted off this training camp. You guys are asking Burgos all sorts of questions. He was in here forever. Come on.
Okay, I got so. Corey, go ahead, and then Jay Christian.
Hey, Clay, Corey with Corey, Tunnel Vision Sports here. I was just wondering, I asked Shane about his training camp being the fights are on about 8 to 10 weeks here with the PFL season. He said that he kind of prepares for one big training camp. I was wondering if you do the same or if it's more structured towards each opponent.
So mine's definitely structured towards each opponent. I'm training all the time, full out all the time anyway. So I feel like that gives me an edge. I try not to take a whole lot of time off, just a week or so in between. So yeah, you know, we were definitely training for the specific opponent and scenarios depending on who we're fighting. So
And Stevie Ray is a veteran. He's been around the game for a while. He's a tough guy. With you being, winning your first fight and having 3 points, does that incline you to fight a little more defensively? Or I know you spoke about you think you could finish him and whatnot, but being that you have those 3 points, how does that affect your fighting style coming in?
I don't know if you ever watched any of my fights, but fighting defensive and is not in me. I'm a killer, man, and I'm going out there trying to kill these fools. So
awesome. I look forward to seeing you perform, and I look forward to seeing you go ahead and trying to get that big win. Thank you so much for your time.
Jay Christian.
Cassius Clay Colliard, how you doing, sir?
I'm great, sir.
Okay, Jay Christian Gary of Focus Fights Audio. Again, just wanting to ask you a couple questions. First of all, when it comes down to your next fight, obviously it's against Stevie Ray. But just like I asked the previous guy, Shane Burgos, do you feel that a quick 6 would potentially get you an opportunity to, make it an easier path to the PFL lightweight title?
I mean, definitely. You get the quick six. If I get that quick 6, I'm at the top of the leaderboard. I get that number 1 seed. I fight the number 4 seed. So the thing is every one of these opponents is a game opponent and pretty tough, and that's why they're here in the PFL. So I don't think any way you look at it, it's going to be an easy road. But we're prepared for that hard road, and we're ready to take it. So
understood. And one more question, not pertaining to the PFL, but regardless of how you do in the PFL season this year, how soon do you think we'll get a chance to see you in them 10-ounce gloves boxing again?
It might be a little while, man. I'm focused on mixed martial arts. I think that's where I'm supposed to be. That's where I'm a little better. So maybe you'll see me box. I don't know. We'll I guess you'll have to stay tuned. Keep your eyes on Cassius.
Understood, Cassius Clay Colliard. Other than that, good luck on Friday against Braveheart Stevie Ray, man.
All right, Mills, last one for us.
Hey, how's it going? Cassius MMA live on the Pub Sports Radio. Oh, can you hear me, Cassius?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay, my bad about that. So I just wanted to bring up the nickname a little bit, being that, Muhammad Ali did pass away June 3rd. Now we have his grandson fighting in the same organization with you. I mean, and you have his first name as your nickname, middle name. Has this ever felt like a surreal thing to where you're actually looking at it like, wow, I'm actually part of the same organization as Ali?
No, man. So my nickname is actually not Muhammad Ali. It's based off of a guy named Cassius Marcellus Clay. The dude was a total badass. He fought against slavery. He got shot at a press conference in the chest, and he chased the guy down and ended up stabbing the guy to death with a knife with a bullet in his chest. So that's who I took my name after. So if you want to Google him, check him out.
Wow,
Yeah,
you just put me up on wow. I'm so glad about that because I'm gonna find out who that is. Can you speak on it a little bit more? Like in your town, or like speak on him a little bit more.
Yeah, so it's actually a story my mother told me. My mother's a big nerd, always reading stories and stuff like that. So Cassius Marcellus Clay, his parents were actually slave owners. He was raised by a black nanny, and he had a huge problem with, he's like, we own these people? What? It doesn't make sense to me. So he actually fought against slavery. Abraham Lincoln gave him a job in some, I don't know the whole story, but that's who I'm named after. I've Googled it and read it, but it's been a while since I've read it. So yeah, if you just look him up, Cassius Marcellus Clay.
Love it, man. Love it, man. Let me just talk to you real quick about your last fight, man. You had great head movement in there, but you know, you did get put on the floor a couple of times by your last opponent. Are you going into this fight going into there with the reckless abandonment, or are you gonna go in there, you know, a little bit more sound?
Reckless abandonment.
Yeah, I'm just going in to fight, man. That Asian kid timed his kicks very well, and I slipped and fell down a couple times. But I mean, I don't see Stevie Ray being as quick and as clever with his leg kicks as that guy. So I'm just gonna go in there and do my thing, man. Foot on the gas pedal. That's how I fight. I'm gonna throw 500 punches in the fight like I normally do, and we're gonna go have fun.
Can't wait to see this.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, Twister. So I mean, I wrestled around with Pettis. I grappled around with Pettis. I manhandled Pettis on the ground. You know, he felt a little weak to me. So yeah, dude, my grappling's improved tremendously since then as well. So I'm not. He wants to roll around on the ground. You know, come get it, because like I said in this last fight, man, you try to wrestle me, I might slap a choke on you and choke you unconscious. So.
Awesome. Thanks, Clay. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you, guys.
Store, and then you'll be all done.